So this is sheet 2, fill and stroke part 2. We're going to learn a little bit more about a different way to shade in and fill the shape. As always, I'm going to start with my name. So with the text tool, we will type Mrs. Powell and the date. When I'm finished, I can move that just a little bit so I get it just where I want it. So I will need to use the color and the stroke tool. So I'm going to go up to my window and click on my color guide. And I actually already on my color guide here have stroke, I have color, I have gradient, which I'll also need. I won't need artboards. I'm going to pull that off and just close it. And I won't need layers. So I'm going to pull that off and close that one as well. So up at the top, for part 1 gradients, the first thing I'll do is select the shape. I want the stroke to be 1, which you already know from sheet 1, and that one's already set up. And then I want to go ahead and check the gradient. So the gradient is how I shade the shape. Here we're going to start the shading on the left side of this shape at 0% or white, blank, and then it's going to gradually change until all the way over to the other side of the shape, color 2, is 100% or completely black. The angle of 0 means I'm just going to do just from left to right. Once I come over here and do an angle of 180, it flips the shading around. An angle of 90 shades from the bottom to the top. So take a look at those different things as you're filling them in. I'm just going to do this first one here. I had the shape selected. I'm going to say the type I want is to be linear. I'm going to go over to the first gradient slider and I want this to be 0%. I'm not going to do anything with the location. I'm going to go over to my second slider, click on it, and I want that to be 100%, which it already is. So this shape is already done. Sometimes when you double click or move these gradient boxes around, you accidentally create another one like I just did here. If you need to get rid of it, you click it and hit that garbage button. I'm going to put this one back. Down to, and you'll do that for all of these, and notice how the shading looks different when you go to radial. For part 2 here, let's go down a little. It's just mixing up fills. Sometimes you're going to be doing the gradient fill like here, and sometimes you're going to be doing the just plain old fill like we did in sheet 1. So again, I will show you how to do the first one. We're going to click it. This one I would like a stroke of 0.5. Enter. And then I would like a linear gradient. Only now I want the color to start at 10%, so it's not going to start at totally white. So I'm going to click on this one and I want it to start, oops, I moved it a little bit. The opacity, I want the opacity to be 10%. And then my second color here, I want the opacity to be 50%. And notice how it lightened that up a little bit. It wasn't all the way to 100%. The locations were not changing at all on any of these. Oops, and I missed this angle here. So the angle of 180 is actually going to swap these sides. And it'll shade from right to left instead. And now you can see that white side on the right. And you can do all of these the same way. Again, some of them are just fills, some of them are gradients. Watch your angles. And that's how you do sheet 2.